Dear Sybil, it's a year since we last wrote to you, just as you were about to tie the knot with Stephen, our mutual acquaintance. We have, at times, pictured you enjoying those early months of wedded bliss we so earnestly hoped for you. But lately, we've become concerned. We never listen to rumours or give any credence to ill-founded gossip. Perish the thought. But listening is not the same as hearing, and in the spirit of sisterhood, and in this case, we're sorry to have to remind you, shared experience, we feel we owe you some words of encouragement, sympathy, and even advice. Lockdown must have blessed you with months of close-up and personal with Stephen, the man of your dreams. But apparently it didn't get off to an easy start. The supremely imaginative, bohemian costumed wedding you arranged at such impressive cost would have broken every social distancing guideline in the book. And there were accounts of the occasion as it actually happened we could not fail to hear. It seems you both donned extravagant fancy dress, exchanged rings, and paraded in the streets of your charming little town, inviting the admiration of the locals. It was shrewd of you to do this on a Thursday evening when folk were already out and clapping for the NHS, and we sincerely commend you for this foresight. You must have felt, for the statutory 15 minutes, like the stars of the show. But you, dear Sybil, must have the carapace of an armadillo not to have noticed that by then, close to April the 1st, was it not, that many onlookers wore smirks rather than smiles. But then, who are we to point out uncomfortable facts? Our apologies that we are doing so, but you will agree that plain speaking has its value. Now, 1 year on, and despite our best efforts to ignore rumour, we hear things are not all sweet-smelling rosy blooms in the cottage garden, but that large thorns are becoming a recurring problem. On the one hand, you have successfully managed to gain a semblance of control over Stephen, who pronounces you the light of his life and insists on telling all and sundry you are everything to him. We are minded of the line in Hamlet about one who protests too much and all that this implies. And we suspect you do not feel in control at all. Frankly, this does not surprise us a jot, but we are naturally, in the spirit of sisterhood, sad for you. History, as they say, repeats itself, and what a pity that such cliches so often turn out to be true. It distresses us to suspect that you are treading the path that so many have trod before, of sleeplessness brought on by haunting suspicions that Stephen's account of this or that trip on some unspecified shore and his late arrival home may not have been all he claimed it to be. Naivety could still be your downfall. You are no doubt wondering what he does all day in his room, the room you so willingly provided, in which to build his model aeroplanes. Willingly, no doubt, because it gave you a break from his interminable jokes, whinges, and other, how shall we put it, more personal demands. Stephen, as we and many others will vividly recall, never subscribed to the view that there was a proper time and place for everything. When he fancied something, it was always the time and always the place, which has often in the past made him and his accomplice of the moment the master and mistress of the narrow escape. But we digress. Your business has thrived in the last few months, so congratulations are definitely in order there. We all need some stability, something we can rely on, something we feel in control of, if we are to retain a shred of self-respect. Less happily, according to our sources, Stephen has not contributed positively to your success, but has frequently engaged, we choose the word engaged with due delicacy, directly with your customers, unmasked and very much with his own particular personal interests at heart. We remind you with regret that he has form in that department too. For the moment, we sign off with sisterly good wishes for happier times ahead, while feeling obliged to stress that we are most unwilling recipients of this news of your experiences and have nothing but sympathy for your situation. You will notice we have not said we told you so yet. If you wish to reply, try #we too. Sincerely, etc.